Now at 5 on WKYT this morning, Lexington police are investigating a deadly shooting. We're live at the scene with the latest.
Family and friends are remembering loved ones 5 months after the Clay County crash that killed 5 people, including an unborn child.
And a special service is planned on this Memorial Day at Camp Nelson to honor fallen soldiers. We're looking ahead to the ceremony ahead on WKYT this morning.
This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning. Thanks for watching WKYT. I'm Michelle Chamberlain.
And I'm Meredith Jones in for Bill Bryant this morning. Happy Memorial Day.
Yeah, it's going to be a beautiful day according to Jim Caldwell, who is in for Micah Harris.
Yeah, and we're going to find pockets of rain. That's it, just a few pockets. So most of us are going to be in pretty good shape out there. Right now, we're actually tracking some of those showers and thunderstorms on our Defender radar network. You can see those moving now into parts of Lee, Owsley counties. It's been there a while. Might have some water issues, especially in those places there, Wolf, Lee, and Owsley. And then you look at some rain there toward the Somerset area as well. Those are the showers and storms we have out there right now. We got a small chance of rain today. Notice I don't even have any rain falling in the sky because I think most of us are going to be in pretty good shape through the day. The only issue you're going to run into, a little heat with that humidity present as well. We will track all of these elements coming up in the full forecast here a little bit later, guys.
All right, thank you, Jim. Well, new this morning, police are working to identify a young man who died overnight in a shooting.
It happened about midnight at the intersection of Cambridge and Village Drives. WKYT's Victor Puente joins us live with more on the details of the shooting. Good morning, Victor.
Well, there are a lot of unknowns in this shooting, including who the victim is. Lexington police tell us the shooting happened at the intersection of Cambridge and Village Drives. They were called there just after midnight, and when officers arrived, they found a young man lying in the parking lot. No one else was around. Paramedics brought him here to UK Hospital, where police say he died. They say he didn't have any ID on him, and so far, they haven't been able to figure out who he is. As for a suspect, police don't have a lot of information there either. They believe whoever was responsible drove away from the shooting in an SUV, but they don't have a license plate number. The police were out at that scene for several hours collecting evidence. They tell us that this investigation is just beginning. We'll bring you more information as it's made available, including who this victim is, whenever we figure it out. Live in Lexington, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Family and friends are remembering loved ones 5 months after the Clay County crash that killed 5 people, including an unborn child. In December, Charlene Lewis was riding with her best friend Judy Pennington Adams on Howell Rogers Parkway when their car was struck straight on. Lewis and Pennington Adams and her pregnant granddaughter Tiffany Williams all died at the scene. Williams's young son died after being flown to the hospital. Yesterday, their friends and family met at the scene of the crash to dedicate a cross in their memory. Lewis's daughter said she wants to see justice served to the man who police say was high on meth, Xanax, and anxiety medication at the time of the crash.
Jason Gibson knew what he was doing when he got in that vehicle. He should have never been on the road that day. We are serving our life sentence every day now because of him, without our family members.
Colette says not a day goes by that she isn't reminded of the tragedy. In Laurel County, deputies are investigating a crash involving a motorhome. They tell us the motorhome went off of Kentucky 312, went into a ditch, and hit a pole. The crash happened around 9 Saturday morning. The driver, 75-year-old Davy Smith, was not hurt.
A Henderson County group is able to celebrate Memorial Day today, but it took a lot of repair work to get to this point. Henderson police say a driver plowed down dozens of military memorial crosses at a park on Saturday. Right now, 27-year-old Anthony Burris charged with criminal mischief and leaving the scene of an accident. Police say he defaced a Memorial Day tradition. The display grows each year, starting with 34 crosses in 1946, and it now has more than 5,000.
We monitor people passing away during the year and add them to the list so to make sure they've got a cross the next year. I don't think any other town our size has this much of a veterans awareness.
More than 160 crosses were damaged. Each cross was valued at $100 each.
In Perry County, dozens of people are cleaning up after a mudslide. Over the weekend, a mudslide came down a mountain and hit the Harborly neighborhood. Mud covers driveways and roads in the area, and some neighbors say the mud almost wiped out their homes.
And I've never seen anything like this happen. I was told that like around 1 or 1:30, part of the mountain came off.
Neighbors say it's a matter of when the next strong slide will come down.
So it is Memorial Day, and today is about more than barbecues or beach trips. It's a day to remember those who have died serving our country.
Today at Camp Nelson National Cemetery, they'll hold a special observance for the holiday. WKYT's Mike Byer is live looking ahead to the ceremony. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning. I'm at Camp Nelson National Cemetery, where later this morning a special Memorial Day program will be held to honor those who pay the ultimate sacrifice in protecting this country. Now, the program will begin at 11 a.m. right here at the cemetery. This year's keynote speaker will be Heather French Henry, who is the Deputy Commissioner of Veterans Affairs. Also taking place at 11 this morning will be a Memorial Day ceremony at the Lexington Cemetery. Former Lexington Chief of Police Anthony Beatty will be the keynote speaker there. Now, the public is encouraged to attend either of these programs. Important to note for those who attend the program here at Camp Nelson National Cemetery, overflow parking will be at Camp Nelson Heritage Park. A shuttle will then take you here to the cemetery. Once again, both programs start at 11 a.m. Live at Camp Nelson, Mike Byer, WKYT.
Thank you so much, Mike. Now, the 39th annual Horsey 100 is in the books. The two-day bike ride wrapped up where it all started in Georgetown. Nearly 3,000 cyclists participated in the event, which takes them through 5 central Kentucky counties. Last year's event ended in tragedy when cyclist Mark Hinkle was hit by a truck and killed. To keep cyclists safe, police stepped up their patrols along the routes this year. No serious issues were reported. It's good news.
That is. All right, well, WKYT is just getting started this morning.
For all you moms and dads out there, we've got some info on an important sippy cup recall. Those details still ahead on WKYT this morning.
And on this Memorial Day, thank you, Jim, we have a special story about a soldier surprising his family. That's coming up. All right, Jim, now after your forecast.
I wanted my turn, that's all. Showers, thunderstorms are out there this morning, and we're going to track a few more into the afternoon and evening. I'll break it all down coming up.
Now, your zone-by-zone forecast with meteorologist Jim Caldwell.
Showers and thunderstorms showing up across parts of Kentucky this morning. We had some move through central Kentucky a little bit earlier during the overnight hours, but now that we're getting toward the morning, things are a little bit quieter, at least here. But you still see some of the action showing up to our south and east, and by southeast I mean southeast of Lexington. Here we go. Let's check out and see what's happening. A little heavier rain along the Mountain Parkway there going through Campton, and you can see the pockets all the way down into Beattyville, Booneville. This was a little impressive complex a little bit earlier with loads of lightning that we could see all the way here in Lexington. Atmosphere had plenty of humidity in it, plenty of juice in it, so it kind of illuminated from far away. It was easier to do that. We look to the south as well, across parts of Laurel County, Pulaski County, into Whitley County, right along I-75 there. Some of the heavier rain also coming down, and many of these folks might see a little flash of lightning occasionally and hear some thunder. Nothing coming from any of these as far as that's concerned at the moment. 67 degrees in Lexington. That is a muggy start. Now, overall, today, the level of humidity in the air is going to be down just a little bit. It's not going to be quite as oppressive as it has been. Same thing, I think, end of the day tomorrow, which will help us in the long run as far as dealing with chances of showers and thunderstorms. So today and tomorrow, we have chances, but they're very, very small. We look to our Memorial Day forecast. Let's break it down. Most of us will probably climb into the mid-80s with a very small chance of a stray shower or a thunderstorm as we cross over into the afternoon and evening hours here. So again, it's very small. So that means if you have any type plans today, you can get out and enjoy those because you will not have to deal with widespread rain chances. As a matter of fact, let's look at the hour-by-hour run. By 8 o'clock, it's even wrapping up all of the rain across eastern Kentucky. There you see that very hit-and-miss nature to the showers or thunderstorms that try to develop around here. Again, very small chances. We go through the overnight and into the day tomorrow, and you'll see that we're, again, very, very warm with daytime highs back into the low and mid-80s. When you see that very brief little shot of moisture that rolled through, that's about all we expect. out of those rain chances for Tuesday as well. But got to keep the mention of it in there and keep it alive, because again, we could run into a stray shower or a thunderstorm. So once we get into your Wednesday, that's when we're going to increase the chances of showers and thunderstorms. We're at 9 o'clock there Wednesday, and then you get into the afternoon and evening, and you can see that we're covered up. We also get a good push of heat out ahead of this frontal boundary. It's going to be dropping in on us. That's what's enhancing the rain chances. But once that front clears town, look at what happens toward the end of the week. We are down into the 70s for daytime highs by Friday, Saturday, into your Sunday. So that's what kind of changes we'll experience. So for the most part out there today, guys, it is a holiday. We're talking small rain chances. If you get caught under a shower or thunderstorm, here's the thing to keep in mind. It's not going to last forever. So you can continue on with your plans after it finishes raining.
And enjoy your day out, right?
And enjoy your day out wherever that might be.
Thank you so much, Jimmy.
Okay.
So it was a moment they had been waiting for over a year.
This Memorial Day weekend, an Iowa father surprised his children at a baseball game after coming home from a year-long deployment. Chief Warrant Officer Ryan Bergen says he and his wife planned the reunion a while ago, and just before the game, Bergen waited eagerly for his family to come onto the field. They put together a pre-recorded Skype call to make the kids think he was still overseas.
Hey! Hey! Hi! Hi! Hi, kiddos! Hi! Hi! I missed you guys! You didn't know, did you? No?
That is so sweet. Bergen's kids say they're thrilled to have him home. The family has a list of full activities to do together to enjoy Bergen's month off from work. And what's really cool about that story is my father is a retired chief warrant officer, and I can remember the day when he returned from, he was deployed quite a bit, and I can remember that moment, and I can relate to that. It was sweet.
Oh, those moments are beautiful. I mean, what was that like, you know, just to see your dad for those moments after being gone for...
I could probably talk about it too long, but make it quick. They bus them in. We're across the field. We hold our signs up, and all the soldiers get off, and it's hard to even tell who your, who your parent is or whoever the loved one is coming, and then you hold your signs and you find them, and it's crazy.
A great moment. Oh, thanks.
Surreal. All right, well, it's 5:14 on WKYT this morning.
When we come back, we'll have a look at your money.
Americans have a better outlook about the economy and Memorial Day bargains. I'm Marley Hall, and I'll have those stories and more coming up in your CBS Money Watch report.
Keep up with the latest news on WKYT.com. Join the conversation on Twitter and become a part of the WKYT Facebook family.
Welcome back to WKYT this morning. It is 5:18. There's a recall out on sippy cups, so parents beware.
And for you shoppers, the holiday is here, and that means there are sales. Marley Hall has the latest on your money.
Americans are more optimistic about the economy this month. The University of Michigan says its index of consumer sentiment rose to its highest level in nearly a year. Analysts say a more optimistic consumer will likely spend more, sparking greater economic growth. Stocks rallied Friday. The Dow gained 44 points. The Nasdaq added 31. Mayborn USA is recalling more than 3 million sippy cups because mold could possibly grow in them. The recall involves 5 types of spill-proof Tommy Tippy sippy cups. The company received 68 reports of sick children. Memorial Day has become synonymous with sales. That's why NerdWallet has compiled the biggest and best retail discounts. Topping the list, Ashley Home Store is offering 25% off online purchases, and consumers can get 35% off major appliances at Best Buy. That's your Money Watch. For more, log on to CBSMoneyWatch.com. In New York, I'm Marley Hall.
Now to a breaking news alert. Part of I-64 in Lexington is shut down as police investigate a crash there.
All eastbound lanes are closed right now near the Fayette-Clark County line. Now, this is a live look at the scene. We do not have any information right now, but we are making calls and talking to police on scene. We will keep you updated throughout the morning. Well, it's now 5:19, and there's still a lot more to come this morning.
Sports is next.
Coming up in sports, is Marcus Lee about to make up his mind and announce where he'll play basketball next.
few of us getting in on a few showers and thunderstorms out there on this Memorial Day. Early morning hours tracking showers and storms across parts of eastern Kentucky now. This same little band of rain was also in position in central Kentucky a little bit earlier as we've got a front that's pressing in. It's not a potent front or one that's going to really change the landscape of weather around here for a few days. What it's going to do is bring showers and thunderstorms, hang out for a day or so, keep the humidity levels down just a little bit before they go right back up again as we get into your Tuesday evening and into Wednesday especially. That's when we'll watch that jump in humidity. Here's what we've got on our Defender Radar Network right now. It's still tracking some of that rain along along the Mountain Parkway. We've got some heavier rain showing up across parts of Wolfe County. You get into Lee and Owsley counties, pockets of heavy rain. And here we get to the interstate. We've got rain in London, a good little heavy shot of it. Same thing happening down in Corbin. So you get on the interstate in either location there along I-75, you're going to run into some wet conditions out there this morning. As far as humidity levels are concerned, here's what our muggy meter is going to show you. Today, I think we're in pretty good shape. It's a little bit lower than we have been. Almost, I don't really want to call it pleasant, but not quite to the level of humid yet. We get into Tuesday and Wednesday, and you can see those levels start to increase as we get a little more juice in the atmosphere, and that's going to fire off even more chances of showers and thunderstorms. That's all I've got for weather right now, but here's an updated look at sports.
Good morning. Marcus Lee's decision to not enter the NBA draft but also not return to Kentucky was a bit of a shocker. It appears, though, that his decision on where to go next will be a little bit easier to predict. Another report on Sunday that Lee is zeroing in on Cal. This one coming from CBS says he's expected to commit once he visits campus tomorrow. According to a source in that story, unless something crazy happens, exact quote, he's going to Cal. Lee will have to sit out next season as a transfer, then would be eligible to play one season after that. At the highest level of track and field, former UK star Kendra Harrison is maybe the hottest name in the sport. Over the weekend at the Prefontaine Classic, Harrison broke the U.S. record in the 100 hurdles. The field was absolutely stacked. Should look a lot like what you'd expect to see in an Olympic final later this summer. Harrison was only 2/100ths of a second off of the world record time, and consider that just a year ago on the same track, actually, she was winning a national title for UK.
In my head, I knew I'd just keep my head down for the first two steps, sweep my arms, and, just do what I do when I go over the hurdles.
And to do so against this field, thinking about the Olympic trials, which would be the most difficult, and then potentially the games, what do you think about all the possibilities for all of those different scenarios?
I don't know what's to come, but, I just like to thank God. I'm healthy, and I feel great, and I'm ready to go.
The Reds are in Colorado today trying to get things back on track. They did snap an 11-game losing streak over the weekend. This was Sunday in Milwaukee. Jay Bruth's 9th home run of the season tied it at 1 in the second inning. Third inning, Jonathan Lucroy right off the end of the bat, and the Brewers take the lead back. 4 earned over 6 1/3 for starter Brandon Finnegan. The Reds would battle all the way down to their last outs. Need a couple runs. Ivan DeJesus, the single with 2 outs in the 9th, makes it 5-3. Then the Brewers guarding against extra bases. Tucker Barnhart able to take advantage, drop one in. And now it's interesting, but it was short-lived. Blaine Boyer gets Jordan Pacheco looking. Reds head to Colorado again, and they will still continue to be in search of their first road series win of the season. Kentucky men's golf team making the cut at the NCAA Championship. UK one of the final 15 teams still alive heading into competition today. The Cats in 11th, 5 shots behind Cal, and that is important because the field is cut again after today's round down to the final 8. Those 8 teams then will play a match play tournament to crown a champion. The individual tournament also will finish today after 72 holes. Cooper Musselman is the Cats' low man, an even par 3rd round. He is 3 over and 9 strokes back heading into the day. That is your look at sports. I'm Brent Carr.